Hi students, welcome back to Alphos e-learning YouTube class for MSET. Right. Now yesterday we learned about the problems which are related to triangle law of addition of vectors, and after that I have to go with the polygon law of vectors also. So after that, after polygon law of vectors, I have to discuss one problem about the polygon law of vectors again. Today I have to discuss the problems which are related to polygon law. After that I have to explain the concept of tangent law also. Okay, listen carefully. So I have to give one problem again based on the polygons law. So this is I think problem number 2. Means what I am doing in a regular hexagon like A, B, C, D, E, F, A. So this is the regular hexagon I am taking. Okay, in that regular hexagon as shown. In a regular hexagon, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E, F, A as shown. Now, we start. Find the value of AB bar plus AC bar plus AE bar plus AC bar plus AD bar plus AE bar plus AF bar. Okay. So this is I have to find this sum of these vectors in a regular hexagon. What is given the diagram is, let us say here I am giving like this. So this is nothing but the regular hexagon. So in that question only I am giving the diagram. Listen carefully. So this is the regular hexagon. Okay, try to understand. This is a regular hexagon. Regular hexagon means it has 6 sides with equal length. Okay. Now what I am doing is, let us say this is A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. Now here what I am doing is, listen carefully. What I am doing in the regular hexagon means it is in the direction of AB, BC, CD, DE, EF and F to A. So this is a regular hexagon. So all vectors which are taking the same order means AB, BC, CD, DE and EF and FA which are taking the same sense. Okay. That means the 6 vectors which are taking the same sense. Now I have to find it, the sum of AB bar, and this is a AC bar. This can be explained on yesterday only, and this is AD and this is AE. Okay, that means this AC, this is AD and this is AE, right? Now I have to find the value of AB bar like this vector, and AC bar this vector, and AD bar this one, and AE bar and AF bar. Okay, here O is the here what I am taking, O is the center of the hexagon. That means here O is the center of the hexagon. Now from this diagram, means from this regular hexagon, I have to find the value of AB bar plus AC bar plus AD bar plus AE bar plus AF bar. Okay, AB bar plus AC bar plus AD bar plus AE bar plus AF bar from this diagram. Okay, now listen carefully how to find this. Add the addition of these vectors according to the parallelogram law of vectors polygon law of vectors. Now this polygon contains the 6 sides. So as per the yesterday example, what is the value of AC bar here? AC is the sum of these 2 vectors according to triangle law of addition of vectors. According to triangle law of addition of vectors, AC is the sum of AB bar and BC bar. That means according to triangle law of addition of vectors, this AB and BC which are taken in same sense, means same direction, like anti-clockwise. The resultant AC is in clockwise direction. That means listen carefully again. That means I have to take this relation, then I have to prove this value of the sum of all vectors like. So before going to the solution, what I am taking is, so I have to take the condition which is given in the question. That means AB bar plus AC bar plus AD bar plus AE bar again plus AF bar. Okay, listen carefully. So this is the given question. Now by taking this value, here what I am taking, it can be solved by using the triangle of addition of vectors. Okay, listen carefully. So this is nothing but AB bar plus. Here AC bar can be denoted by, this AC bar can be represented by sum of AB and BC. That means according to triangular addition of vectors, I have to write in place of AC bar like AB bar plus BC bar here. Are you clear? Now next one, this is the AD bar. Now again plus AE bar. So AE bar can be written. AE bar is the combination of, listen carefully, AE bar is the combination of AD and DE. AD and DE. That means according to the triangular addition of vectors, please tell me. So here AD and DE both are in same direction. Both are in same direction, then the result it is in opposite direction. That means in place of AE bar, what I am taking? Again AD bar plus DE bar. Okay, clear. Now again I have to take with A, that means AF bar. AF bar means AF bar means, listen carefully, AF means we have to take in this way. Listen carefully. What I am taking is, this is listen. In order to find this vector means I have to take these vectors as per the polygon law of addition of vectors. Polygon law of addition of vectors, like this is AD, DE and EF. That means AD, DE and EF. All these vectors in same sense. These vectors in same sense. Then the result in AF is in opposite sense. That means according to polygon law of addition of vectors, any two vectors means like more than two vectors if are taken in same order, then the resultant of these more than two vectors are taken in reverse order. Like here what I am taking the vectors here AD, DE and EF. That means here AD bar plus, please tell me, again DE bar plus EF bar, which gives the resultant nothing but the AF. Okay, as for the polygon law of addition of vectors. Okay, according to this condition, what I am getting here? Here AB bar, 2 AB bar. Listen carefully. 2 into AB bar, 2 into AB bar. This is 2 into AB bar. Now plus again. After that BC bar and that means one BC bar there. Plus again AD bar, 3 into AD bar. Okay. Next plus after that one DE bar there. Another DE, that means 2 into DE bar. Okay, next, and one more term is there like EF bar. Okay, so that means this total expression which is written in the form of AB bar plus AC bar is nothing but AB bar, sum of AB bar and BC bar, and again AD bar, and AE bar is the sum of AD and DE. That means AD bar plus DE bar, and this AF bar can be written by taking this polygon law of addition of vectors like AD bar plus DE bar and EF bar. Okay. Now here what is the cancellation of vector? Because it is a regular hexagon, each and every side having equal magnitude. That means here AB is equal to minus DE. Where? Because both having same magnitude which are in opposite sense. That means here, listen carefully what I am doing. This 2AB and 2DE. 2AB, 2DE. Both having same magnitude which are in opposite direction, both will cancel together. Which is correct or not? Right. Now that means again, this BC and EF. Where is EF? This one. That means this BC and EF having same magnitude which are oriented in opposite direction. Means again these two are cancelled together. That means what is the answer I am getting here? Please tell me. By taking the manipulation of this vector means sum of AB bar plus AC bar plus AD bar plus AE bar plus AF bar, which is equal to what I am getting here? 3 into AD bar. 3 into AD bar. So that means here 3 into AD. This total AD can be written as, here O is the center of the regular hexagon. O is the center of the regular hexagon. That's why this AD can be written in the form of 2 into AO, 2 into AO bar, or sometimes again 3 into. So this AO is equal to OD. Why? Because it is the center. Center means this is center. From this center, AO is equal to OD. Okay, as per the regular hexagon concept. That means what is the value here? 3 into 2 into OD bar. That means what is the answer? Therefore the sum of AB bar plus AC bar plus AD bar plus AE bar plus AF bar, which is equal to, what is the answer? 3 into AD bar, or sometimes 6 into AO bar, 6 into AO bar, or sometimes this can be written as 6 into OD bar, 6 into OD bar. So this is the application of polygon law of addition of vectors. Why? Because this regular hexagon is the example for polygon. Regular hexagon is the example for polygon, and it contains 6 sides, means AB, BC, CD, ED, means DE, and EF and FA. These having the 6 sides of equal length. Okay. Now, so from this diagram, I have to find the value of AB, AC, AD, AE, and AF. Okay. Now, by taking this diagram only, I have to define this. Means I have to use the triangular. So AB bar plus BC bar, nothing but AC bar. Again, AC and DE, nothing but AD. Okay, that means here what I am taking is, in place of AC bar, I have to substitute this value AB and BC. In place of AE, I am taking, what happens? In place of AE, AD and DE. Okay. Why I am taking this way means, in options they are giving in this way. The sum of these vectors which is equal to, in first option 3 AD bar, in second option some more values. Means the answer which is derived in the form of AD bar, or sometimes they are asking this way, 6 into AO bar, or sometimes 6 into OD bar. Okay, clear? Now this is the example for polygon, regular polygon. Okay, that means regular hexagon. Now after completion of this polygon, I have to give one example for condition for equilibrium based on the regular polygon. So this is a theoretical question. Let us say, note. Suppose what I am taking is, listen carefully. Suppose I am taking number of vectors like n vectors. This is like, here I am taking, this is A bar, this is B bar, this is C bar, this is D bar, and this is like E bar, and this is F bar, and so on. That means these are vectors which are taken in same sense, like this. By taking like this. Now, listen carefully. Suppose if I am taking n vectors which are taken in same sense, which sense it is? These are all vectors which are oriented in anti-clockwise sense. Then the resultant of all vectors which is in reverse order, means clockwise sense. Okay. So this is about the polygon law. Now here what I am doing is, suppose if I am taking these n vectors, total n vectors. So these n vectors which are placing on a particle to keep it in equilibrium, let us say this is a particle. This is a particle of mass m. Okay. So what I am doing is, so this is the particle of mass m. This particle of mass m, which is experienced by these all kind of forces, like these vectors can be treated as forces. That means here what I am taking is, first vector AB1, nothing but, let us say this is the F1 force, and let us say some other force I am taking, this is the F2, and this is nothing but some other force F3. That means this A bar, B bar, C bar, D bar, which are parallel shifted to one point. Means that means these are forces which are acting at a particular point, like this is F4 and this is F5 and so on. That means, listen carefully, each and every force which are making how much angle? Theta. That means F2 is making an angle theta with F1 and F3 is making an angle theta with F2, like this. Okay. So by taking these all conditions, so what is the number of forces are required? Means what is the number of vectors are required to keep the particle in equilibrium? That means if it completes the total loop, means a closed circle, means how much angle? 2 pi. 2 pi. That is equal to, listen carefully, each and every force makes an angle theta with another force. And vice versa means how many forces are I am taking here? N forces, means n into theta. That means what is the number of forces required to keep the particle in equilibrium? Means 2 pi by theta. 2 pi by theta. So this is the number of forces required. This is the number of forces required to keep the particle in equilibrium. For example, let us say if I am taking theta is equal to, let us say 30 degrees I am giving. Suppose each and every force makes an angle 30 degrees with the neighboring forces, means theta is equal to 30 degrees. Then what is the number of forces required here? N is equal to 2 pi. 2 pi means 360 degrees. 2 pi means 360 degrees by 30. That is equal to 12. That means if n is even, then what is the resultant here? 0. Why? Because suppose if the number of forces required is even, for example, if I am giving for this example, let us say, suppose if theta is equal to, I am taking 60 degrees, means each and every force makes an angle 60 degrees with the neighboring forces, means simultaneous forces I am taking as per the condition. Listen carefully. For example, let us say this is a particle of mass m again. Now this particle which is experienced by number of forces, and each and every force which makes an angle, what I am giving, let us say 60 degrees. Then how many forces are required to keep the ball in equilibrium as per the condition? N is equal to 360 by general formula theta. 360 by theta, or sometimes it can be denoted by 2 pi by theta also. Okay, that means the number of forces required is equal to how much? 360 degrees by 60. That means 6 forces. 6 is even or odd? Even. 6 is even. That means this is a particle. Let us say I am taking here. This is one force. This is the second kind of force. And this is one force like this. And otherwise we have taken this way also. Like 60 degrees I am taking, like a regular hexagon. Like this. Okay, these are the 6 kind of forces. Like let us say each forces having equal magnitude I am taking, or otherwise we are taking different magnitudes. Also equal magnitudes means, listen carefully. Suppose this is a particle of mass m, and each force makes an angle, let us say 60 degrees here. Okay. Now, so due to this equal and opposite forces, these forces are cancelled together, and these forces are cancelled together, and these forces are cancelled together. Means what is the resultant force acting on this particle is 0. So resultant force acting on the particle is 0 means the particle is at rest only as per the condition of equilibrium. If net force acting on the particle is 0, then the particle is in equilibrium. That means, listen carefully. That means if I am taking the number of forces which is equal to even, means the now even number of forces which is acting on the particle, then the particle is at rest. Okay, that means the resultant force acting on the particle is 0 as per this diagram, right? Now suppose if I am taking theta is odd, means number of forces is odd. N is equal to what happens? Let us see if I am theta is equal to like for example, if I am taking n is odd, odd means I am taking how much it is, nearly, for example, 5 I am taking. If n is equal to 5, if n is equal to 5 means, listen carefully, if I am taking let us say 5 forces like this, okay, not by 60 degrees, this is the different one. If n is equal to 5 means what is the angle here? 2 pi by 5. That means how much it is? Theta is equal to, why? Because n is equal to 2 pi by theta, n is equal to 2 pi by theta, theta is equal to how much it is? 2 pi by n only, 2 pi by n. You have to find the angle between the forces. That means here what I am giving is, the number of forces required is odd. That means if the odd number of forces acting on the particle, that means here, listen carefully from this diagram, theta, for example, I have take theta. That means each force are inclined by theta. Here what happens? Here this four cancel, this four cancel, means 4 forces cancel together due to the equal and opposite forces. Okay, but one force is remaining. That means what is your conclusion? If n is equal to 2 pi by theta is even, then what is the resultant force here? 0. Resultant force is 0. Listen carefully. And for example, in that, if I am taking, let us say n is equal to 2 pi by theta. 2 pi by theta even means I am taking -1. It is nothing but odd. Okay, here n is equal to 2 pi by theta is even means, if n is equal to 2 pi by theta -1, it gives the odd number of forces. That means if n is equal to odd, then the resultant force acting on the particle is equal to individual force. For example, by taking this diagram, here 4 forces are cancelled together due to the equal and opposite forces, but one force is remaining on the particle. Due to this force, the particle which doesn't keep at rest means the particle which is accelerating due to this force. Okay, that means what is the resultant force acting on this particle? It is equivalent to the magnitude of each force. Magnitude of each force. For example, what I am taking here, suppose if the 11 forces acting on the particle, 11 forces acting on the particle, each force acting, listen carefully what I am taking, N is equal to 11 forces acting on the particle, listen carefully, N is equal to 11, 11 means odd number, N is equal to 11 forces acting on the particle and each force having magnitude, let us say 5 newtons, and the angle between them, each force is, let us say here I am giving 30 degrees. Now listen carefully, what is the resultant of force acting on the particle? Due to this 11 forces acting on the particle, each force having magnitude 5 and it makes an angle 30 degrees with the next previous forces. Okay, that means listen carefully. That means what is the here the number of forces means the resultant force is equal to Fr is equal to how much it is? If you are taking the odd number of forces means 10 forces are cancelled together in this case. 10 means even number. 10 that means how many numbers here? N dash is equal to 2 pi by theta minus 1. 2 pi by theta minus 1. That means 2 pi by 30. 30 minus 1 means 360 by 30 means how much? 12 minus 1. That means 11. 11 forces is odd. That means here what I am giving is if 11 forces are acting on the particle, then the resultant force acting on the particle is nothing but 5 newtons only as per this concept only. If number of force is even, net force 0. If number of force is odd, net force is equal to the magnitude of each force. Okay. So this is a simple application as per the Polygon law. Okay, right. Now, after that, I have to go with the tangent law. Listen carefully. So what is meant by tangent law? So this weekend in our examination syllabus, actually parallelogram law of addition of vectors and subtraction of vectors, and triangle law of addition of vectors and polygon law of addition of vectors. That means in this weekend we have to read up to the parallelogram law of addition of vectors and triangle law of addition of vectors with applications and polygon law of addition of vectors with the previous topics also. Okay. Now I have to go with the next one is tangent law. So what is meant by tangent law? Listen carefully. Here what I am doing is, for this explanation, I have to take a body which is suspended from the rigid support by using a string. So this is the body of mass m. So what I am taking here, let us say, tangent law means, listen carefully. So this is the body of mass m which is suspended from the rigid support by using a string. Okay, listen carefully. Suppose due to its weight, what is the force which is developed in the string? As per the basic forces, tensional force. That means, listen carefully. That means by using external force acting on the body, like by using external horizontal force acting on the body, it is displaced through an angular displacement of much? Let us say theta. That means by the help of this external force, the bob or body which is displaced from its mean position, by how much distance? Let us say along horizontal distance is x. It can be taken as x. Okay. Now listen carefully. The length of the string I am taking, let us say L. Now in this case, what are the forces acting on the body? Please tell me. Yeah, 100% weight acting on the body is downward, vertically downward. And there is a force which is in the string is nothing but the tensional force. This is the tensional force acting on the body. Now listen carefully, as per the resolution of vectors, we know already. So this is the tensional force. It makes an angle theta with vertical means as per the alternate angles, this is also theta. Okay. If any force which makes an angle theta with x-axis or y-axis means it is resolved into two components. Now listen carefully. Here the tensional force which makes an angle theta with vertical here. But that means here what happens to this? This is nothing but t cos theta. This is nothing but t sin theta as per the resolution of vectors. Okay. Now if the body which is at rest, That means what I am taking is, if the body is at rest, the body is at rest at this particular position. At this particular position, what happens? The net force, net resultant force acting on the body is 0. The body is at rest means net force is 0. That means this particle is in equilibrium. Equilibrium means horizontal equilibrium as well as vertical equilibrium. Listen carefully. Horizontal equilibrium means rightward force is equal to leftward force. Vertical equilibrium means upward force is equal to downward force. Okay. That means here what I am taking is the conditions from the diagram. That means the rightward force is equal to how much? Yeah, leftward force T sin theta. Equation can be taken as 1. And what is the upward force is equal to how much? Means mg. Downward force is equal to upward force. How much it is? T cos theta. Equation number 2. So by taking the equilibrium of body, I got two conditions. Means I have to know about this external horizontal force is equal to T sin theta, and I have to know about this upward force is equal to mg. Means T cos theta is equal to downward force mg. Okay, by taking these two equations, I have to find the relation in between the horizontal force and value of theta. Means I have to do. Means what I am doing is, I am taking is, this is equation number 1 by 2. What I am getting here? Please tell me. Equation number 1 by 2 means on LHS F by mg, which is equal to how much it is? T sin theta by T cos theta. So T gets cancelled. That means how much it is? It becomes F by mg is equal to how much it is? Tan theta. F by mg is equal to tan theta. Therefore, listen carefully. So from this, I have to write by cross multiplying. What is the external force required in this case? Mg into tan theta. Mg into tan theta. So this is the external horizontal force required to keep the body at rest at the angular displacement theta. That means here mg, weight of the particle is constant. That means the external force which is directly proportional to tan theta. External force directly proportional to tan theta. This is nothing but the tangent law. Means the external horizontal force acting on the body. So it is directly proportional to. Means the external horizontal force acting on the body directly proportional to tangent of. Means tan means tangent of angle subtended by the string. Means F directly proportional to tan of theta. Theta means the angle made by the string when the body is at rest. This is nothing but the extreme. Okay. Now, listen carefully. After completion of this force, F is equal to mg sin theta, mg tan theta. F is equal to mg tan theta. Now, what happens to the tension developed in the string? Now, at this body, that means this body is at rest at this position. Now, in this case, what is the tension developed in the string? As per the equation number 1 and 2. Yeah, please tell me how to find the tension. Here I am taking. Listen carefully. Yeah, what I am taking here is 1 square plus 2 square. How much? Please tell me. From 1 and 2. 1 square plus 2 square means how much? Yes, LHS F square plus mg whole square. That is equal to how much it is? Yeah, T square sin square theta plus T square cos square theta. So in both terms T square there. That means here T square into how much it is? Sin square theta plus cos square theta. Sin square theta plus cos square theta. Then what is the value here? Please tell me. Yeah, sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. That means here what happens to this value? F square plus m square g square or mg whole square. F square plus mg whole square, which is equal to t square. So by taking this equation, what is the tension developed in the string in this case? So tension developed, T is equal to under root of F square plus mg whole square. That means if you know the external horizontal force and the weight of the particle, then you get the tension developed in the string. Means what is the expression? P is equal to root of F square plus mg whole square, right? So this is the expression for tension, and this is the expression for external horizontal force required to keep the body at rest at this angular position, means angular displacement theta. Now what I am doing is, so what is the tension in terms of components of weight, like Here what about this vertical equilibrium? T cos theta is equal to, as per the second equation, T cos theta is equal to mg, weight of the particle. That means T is equal to how much it is? Mg by cos theta. T is equal to mg by cos theta. Now listen carefully. All of you try to understand how to find this value. Means from this diagram, what about this cos theta value? What is the value of this one? Yeah, please tell me. That means here what I am getting from equation number 2, again I am telling the tensional force is in the direction of distances, like from equation number 2. From equation number 2, what is the value here? T cos theta is equal to mg. That means tension developed in this case is equal to how much it is? Mg by cos theta. Mg by cos theta. That means what is the cos theta value from this diagram? Please tell me. Mg by. So listen carefully. From taking this right angle triangle, hypotenuse length means length of the string is L. And this horizontal distance is x. Then what is the value here? Hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. Means one side means how much it is? Root of hypotenuse square minus side square. Okay. So from this data, what is the cos theta from this right angle triangle? Adjacent side, root of L square minus x square by L. Okay. That means adjacent side of the hypotenuse cos theta. That means this can be written as mg into L by under root of L square minus x square. So this is the expression for tension. That means sometimes in that problem, sometimes they are giving the horizontal distance and length of the string. Horizontal distance and length of the string and particle mass. So in that case, we have to find the tension. Means tension developed on the string in this case is equal to, what is the formula? T is equal to m into g into L by root of L square minus x square. That means initially, listen carefully, again I am telling you, I am explaining this concept again. So this is the body of mass m, which is suspended from the rigid support by using a light string. Okay. So in order to suspend this weight of the body, that string will get some tension. Okay, tension. So the tension, listen carefully, the string is gets some tension. The tension is actually, it is acting upward on the bob and downward on the string, means downward on the rigid support. Now listen carefully. By the application of external force, it is displaced through horizontal distance x and an angular displacement theta. At this position, the particle or body is at rest. Means what are the forces acting on the body here? As per the condition of tension, this is the tensile force and this is the mg, weight of the particle. This is the external force. But this tension which makes an angle theta with vertical means it is resolved in two components, vertical component and horizontal component. So vertical component, how much it is? T cos theta. Why? Because this tension which makes an angle theta with vertical, not horizontal. Okay, that's why it is nothing but T cos theta. This is T sin theta. Now, by taking the concept of equilibrium, means the body which is at rest, means it is in horizontal equilibrium as well as vertical equilibrium. Means horizontal equilibrium means rightward force is equal to leftward force, upward force is equal to downward force. Okay, so we got the two equations based on this condition. So by squaring on both sides, by squaring and adding up equations, then what is the value here? Tension is equal to root of, yes, f square plus, these are the final expressions I am getting. So in terms of force and weight of the particle, and by solving the component of weight, what is the final result? In the tension is equal to root of, that means mgl by, in terms of distances, root of L square minus x square. And what is the horizontal force required to keep the body in equilibrium means? F is equal to mg into tan theta. So these are the three basic formulas about the tangent law. That means this problem can be asked in these three types. Okay. Now please listen carefully. I have to give one problem based on this condition. Okay. Okay, all of you. In case of I am taking, let us say, same condition, one problem I am giving. Based on this tangent law. Okay, listen carefully. A particle or a body of mass mass, let us say I am taking, this is nothing but the 10 kg. 10 kg is suspended by a string, of length 10 meter, from rigid support, full stop. Find the horizontal force required. Find the horizontal force required to keep the body is at rest. To keep the body at rest at an angle when the string makes an angle 60 degrees. Okay, so this is the question. So question, what I am giving the question, a body of mass 10 kg is suspended by a string of length 10 meter from rigid support. Means what is the length of the string in this case? 10 meter. So find the horizontal force required. To keep the body is at rest. When the string makes an angle 60 degrees. Simply I am asking the horizontal force required only. As per the tangent law, that means what is the diagram here actually? As per the question, like this is the body of mass M, which is suspended on rigid support. Length of the string is not required here. Now let us say, so this is the body of mass M, which is displaced from actual mean position is 60 degrees by the help of external force. Means at the value of angular displacement 60 degrees, the bob is at rest. Means what are the forces acting on that? Let us say here mg. This is tensile force. Again, as per the alternate angles, here also 60. That means this is T cos 60. This is how much it is? T sin 60. Now listen carefully. Now in this case, what are the forces? Suppose the body is at rest, means what is the formula? Solution is, if the body is at rest, means what are the conditions here? F is equal to again T sin 60 and mg is equal to again downward force is equal to how much? Yeah, T cos 60. Or otherwise you have to take indirect way. F is equal to mg tan 60. That means this is equation number 1. This is equation number 2. That means here of how much it is? F by mg is equal to how much it is? Tan 60. I am explaining this method only. In order to find the horizontal force, F is equal to mg tan 60. Okay. That means listen carefully. So what is the value here? Mg means how much? Particle mass given 10 kg. And I have to take the value of g is equal to, let us say take g is equal to 10 meter per second square generally. That means how much it is? 10 into tan 60 root 3. That means how much it is? 100 root 3 newtons. Okay, this is the method. Are you clear? Otherwise, sometimes they are asking tension also. Tension developed in the string. So in this question, here I am giving theta also. That means what is the tension I am getting? Please tell me. Tension T is equal to how much? As per the formula, as per the second equation, mg by cos 60. Means how much it is? Mg means already we are getting 100 by 1 by 2 cos 60. That means what is the answer here? 200 newtons. Tension is equal to. So this is the method to find the horizontal force required. To keep the body at rest and the tension developed in the string when the body is at rest. Okay. So this is the basic method to solve the problem about the tangent law. Okay. So I have to try to write on this. Yeah, okay. So these are the problem which is regarding to the tangent law, right? Thank you.